Namaste. Welcome to this session on prenatal yoga for the third trimester. In this session, we are going to be focusing on those asanas and practices which can be done standing. Along with using the yoga mat, we are also going to be using a few other essential props such as a chair, or you can even use a wall. Use pillows, blankets, whatever it is that can make yourself more comfortable during the practice. Considering this is going to be a standing sequence, it might require a slightly higher amount of energy and a higher amount of dedication during your practice. Let's begin. First, find yourself seated in a comfortable posture, either on the chair or on the floor or against any surface. Make sure you're sitting upright with the feet firm on the ground, with the knees relaxed, thighs relaxed, hips relaxed, and allowing your back to gently stay upright. Even if you're reclining, no problem. Just ensure your chest is gently lifted, your shoulders roll back and down, arms resting on the legs. Keeping your head and neck in an upright position. Close your eyes and use this time to prep for the practice. First, observe the surroundings, the space you are in, a comfortable and safe space. Being able to observe your body in this space, the area it's occupying, and how your body is feeling. Take a moment to observe and scan the entire body from head to toe and toes to head. Doing this a few times just to gain awareness of how you're feeling. And as you identify the body, pay attention to your breathing. See how comfortable the breathing is while you're seated. And finally, observing the state of mind, creating a strong and positive intention in your mind to use your time and energy to the best for your practice today. Now let's begin by chanting one time Omkara. Join your palms to the heart center. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, we chant. Inhale. Allow the vibrations to fade away. Gently rub your palms together, generate the heat. Place the palms across your eyes and face. Looking into your palms, slowly open your eyes. Now, let's begin our practice. We'll start the exercises for standing sequence. Find yourself in a standing position on the yoga mat and ensure that your chair is at the side for the first few practices, and then we're going to be using the chair a little more in the later half of the session. Make sure you have enough space for you to move around on the yoga mat and be able to function comfortably. The first practice we're going to be doing is simple spinal stretches. For this, you can either choose to keep your feet together or feet slightly apart, whichever is comfortable for you to be able to balance yourself. And from there, slowly interlock your fingers and place the fingers on top of your head. This is our starting position. Now, while we breathe in, we are very slowly going to extend our arms upwards and also come up on our toes parallelly. And while you breathe out, you're going to release yourself back into the starting position and slowly placing yourself back down. Doing this practice with the breath a few more times. Inhale, stretching up. Exhale, going down. Inhale, stretching up. Exhale, coming down. Two more times. Inhale and exhale. One last time. Inhale and exhale. Slowly releasing your hands down and just observing how your arms and body are feeling. The next practice that we're going to be doing is simple and gentle lateral extensions of your spine. To practice this, keep your feet slightly separated, at least hip width apart. This will keep your back safe throughout your practice. As you inhale, stretch both your arms out towards the shoulder level. While you breathe out, gently taking the right palm down, leaning towards the right side, taking the left arm upwards. And as you breathe in again, coming back to the starting position. And as you breathe out, going down on the left side, bending on the opposite direction. Doing this a few more times. Breathing in, coming to the center. Breathing out on the right. Breathing in, coming to the center. Breathing out to the left. One last time. Breathing in, coming to the center. Breathing out. Breathing in, coming up and finishing off on the left side. Bending on the left side and completing the practice. Relaxing your hands down and take a moment to observe how you're feeling. Now, we're going to move on for a few practices engaging the lower body. The first one is wide-legged squats, just to work on a little bit of mobility on the hips, knees and ankles. Keep your feet separated. You can go slightly wider for this practice and ensure that your toes are slightly pointed outwards. Make sure you're able to balance the weight of your body comfortably as much as possible. In case if you feel imbalanced, you can bring the legs more closer to each other, giving you more stability. Slowly, join your palms to the heart center and take a deep breath in here. And as you breathe out, gently squatting your way down halfway. And as you breathe in, rising up and straightening the knees. Doing this a few more times. Breathing in and breathing out, squatting down. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Make sure there's a rhythmic flow to your breathing and you're moving your body in sync with your breath. Inhaling and exhaling very gently. Doing this 2 more times. Watch your breath, find your balance. Doing it one last time, inhaling and exhaling, slowly going down. Inhale, coming up and relax yourself. Release the hands down. You can bring the legs together, take a moment to observe. For the next practice, we're going to be using the chair. So make sure that you place your chair at the center of the mat and you should have enough space around you so that you can move to the right and left of the space. Using one hand on the chair, giving enough support, slowly start to swing your leg, which is away from the chair, forward and backward, giving gentle momentum to your hips. Make sure you're doing this at a very comfortable pace and a very comfortable momentum. If you feel strain while stretching back or forward, limit the distance of the swing. Doing this just a few more times. And very slowly coming back to the starting position. Now we're going to work on side extension of the leg. Once again, taking support of the chair. Lift your leg towards the side as high as possible and again back down towards the floor. Continuing this for a few more times. Make sure there's no strain while you do this. Keep breathing. Just doing it 2 more times. And finishing it off one last time. Now, we're going to work on the hip rotation. Once again, using the help of the chair. Slowly, lift your right knee up to your chest as high as possible. Start to open the knee out, pointing it down and bringing it forward. Starting with the outward circles. Make sure you feel that movement from the hip towards the knee, all the way down. And doing it 2 more times before we can reverse the direction. And now, starting from the side. Lifting the knee to the side, bring it forward, again pointing down and in again. Same 5 times on the same direction. Make sure you're not holding your breath. As long as you're not holding your breath, you're good to go. 2 more times and we can change sides. Once you finish the practice on one leg, you can shift your side, coming to the opposite side of the chair and do the same practices on the other leg. So first we'll start with the forward and backward swing using the hand on the chair. Slowly start to sway the leg which is away from the chair forward and backward. Make sure there is gentle movement without strain and keep breathing. Practicing it just for a few more rounds and relaxing. Now let's begin the practice of lifting the leg towards the side. Slowly, as you breathe in and breathe out, lifting the leg towards the side as high as possible. Make sure you're breathing comfortably and doing the movement at ease. Keep going a few more times. Doing it 2 more times before you can start the rotations. Now, slowly bring the knee up to the chest as high as you can. Start to open the knee out, bring it down, placing it back, and continuing the movement, inhaling and exhaling comfortably. Keep moving and just be observant of the hips. Do it 2 more times before we can reverse the direction. And now you can start from the side. Now we can start from the side, starting with the left knee moving out and bringing it back in towards the chest. Doing it equal times, around 5 to 6 should be good. Make sure you're breathing, no discomfort throughout the practice. Slowly relax. Once you're finished, just keep your legs apart, hands apart, eyes closed briefly for a moment. Now, let's work on practicing those asana postures which you're going to be holding and breathing in those postures. The first practice that we'll be doing is a simple lateral bend, Ardha Kati Chakrasana. To practice Ardha Kati Chakrasana, keep your feet slightly separated about shoulder width apart with your toes parallel to each other. And from there, raise both your arms towards the side. And as you breathe out, bending down towards the right side and taking the left arm over your head, staying here for a few breaths. While you're here, please check how you're breathing. Observe the contraction on one side and the expansion on the other. Breathe comfortably, holding at least for 5 breaths. Exhale and inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. As you breathe in, come back to the starting position and relax yourself. Now going to perform the same practice on the left side. Breathe in, raise the arms up. And as you breathe out, bending this time towards the opposite side, the left side, and taking the right arm over the head. Finding time to stabilize yourself and breathe here. As you inhale and exhale, staying here comfortably for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly, as you breathe in, coming back to center, breathing out, relaxing your hands and relaxing yourself. Take a moment to observe how you're feeling. Bring your legs closer to each other and just observe. Now, the next practice that we are going to do is Warrior 2. Virabhadrasana, the second variation. For this, start by stretching your legs out wide as far as possible. Make sure that the weight of your body is evenly distributed. And from there, start by turning the right toes all the way out completely. Breathing in, raise your arms out to the shoulder level. And as you breathe out, bend the right knee and allow the hips to gently sink lower. Gazing at the right thumb, continue breathing comfortably, Staying here for 5 breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly releasing the posture, relaxing the hands down and straightening the knee. Changing sides, turn the right toes in and move the left toes out. Once again, breathing in, stretch your arms out to the side. As you breathe out, bend the left knee and allowing the hips to move lower, this time gazing at the left thumb. Check your breathing and stay here comfortably. Inhale and exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly inhale, coming up, exhale, releasing your hands and releasing your legs, bringing the legs closer together. Now, we're going to practice Vrikshasana, a balancing posture. To practice a balancing posture, be very critical about how you're going to be performing this particular asana. Feel free to use wall support or the support of your chair for this practice. To begin Vrikshasana, let's keep the left leg firmly on the ground, folding the right leg and gently placing the sole of the foot across the ankle or just around the shin. Make sure the right knee is pointing out completely. And once you're stable, work on extending your arms upwards and find your balance. Once you're there, make sure there is no tension in the body and breathe comfortably. Inhale and exhale for 5 times with a comfortable and serene breathing. As you complete 5 breaths, while you breathe out, slowly release the hands down by the sides and relax the right leg down on the floor. And now let's perform the same practice on the left side. This time, keeping the right leg grounded, bending the left leg, placing the foot across the ankle or the shin. Whenever you find your stability, just extend your arms up and continue breathing. Staying there, watch your breath. Staying here for 5 inhalations and exhalations, comfortable breathing. And just observe the length of your body, staying there just for another moment. And as you breathe out, release the hands down and relax yourself. Now, just separate your feet apart, hands apart. Stand with the eyes closed. Ensure that the weight of the body is spread out throughout your feet, on towards your toes. Observe from the toes to the top of the head the awareness of your body. And very slowly open your eyes. This brings us to the end of the standing sequence, but before we conclude, we have to rest our body. You can either choose to rest in the sitting posture on a chair or choose to lie down on any one side, whichever is comfortable or more accessible to you. For this time, we'll work on just relaxing on the chair, placing the chair on the mat and making yourself comfortable. Relax your feet on the floor. Relax your knees and thighs. Allow the body to sink into the chair. Keep your arms rested, your head and neck relaxed, and your eyes closed. You're going to be seated here comfortably while you're breathing deeply. Make sure there is enough effort giving in for exhalations and for inhalations. Observe the movement of your chest, the movement of your shoulders as you breathe. bringing calmness to your breath. The same state of mind reflecting. Just staying here and observing your breath for a few more minutes. And as you finish, very slowly, join your palms, rub your hands, generate the heat, and place the warm palms across your eyes and face. Look into your palms and open your eyes. This brings us to the end of the standing series for asanas for the third trimester. Hope to see you all soon in another session. Namaste and